Good day everyone, my name is Eunice Lyka Lasala from San Juan National High School, and this is my stand about learning continuity during COVID-19 pandemic. So let's start. There is no learning continuity during COVID-19 pandemic. This event has brought a huge difference in our lives, especially to students. Educational system of the Philippines has changed due to strict protocols. The government banned face-to-face class and adapted into a blended learning instead. However, parents and students experience difficulties due to lack of facilities and resources. Is there a learning continuity during COVID-19 pandemic? This pandemic has disrupted education worldwide. Alternative to school-based learning doesn't mean that students continue to learn. In fact, most of students are not capable of having digital resources. Even we use modular learning strategy, most of students care about how to make the grade instead of self-learning. And the hectic schedule of students from low-income families made them tired, therefore they stopped learning. Since the COVID-19 existed, government had launched technology-supported and modular learning education to ensure students continue to learn amidst pandemic. The World Bank is actively working with ministers of education in dozens of countries in support of their efforts to utilize educational technologies of all sorts to provide remote learning opportunities for students while schools are closed as a result of COVID-19 pandemic, and is in active dialogue with dozens more. World Bank's EdTech Team 2020. Even when students have access to some form of educational technology or self-learning modules, we can ensure that they didn't lack access to learning continuity. They still need support from their family to continue learning. For example, 39% of students in Bangladesh can access Sangsad educational television channel, but only 17% of learners have watched televised lessons. Zeus et al. 2020. Most of students are not capable of having digital resources, especially in low and middle income countries. A phone survey in Senegal found that less than 1% of learners have access online courses since school closed. Lenestor et al. 2020. In Kenya, students and teachers identified a lack of electricity, internet, and devices as limiting their access to digital resources. OESO Kenya 2020. Bangladesh, a survey found that only 1.5% of students with internet access use online materials in the week before the study. Biswas et al. 2020. In modular learning strategy, most of students care about how to make the grade instead of self-learning. Cheating has been considered a serious problem on college campuses for over 100 years. Anderson 1998. And now, with the advance of word processors and the internet, cheating has entered the digital age. The only behaviors in which students had a higher rate of dishonesty in online courses was in obtaining answers from someone during a test or quiz, 23.3% to 18.1%, and in using instant messaging during a test or quiz, 4.2% to 3%. University of West Georgia Distance Education Center 2010. The perception that cheating occurs more often in online courses has been studied by King, Gayet, and Piotrowski 2009, in which they found that 73.8% of students surveyed felt that it was easier to cheat in an online class. Hectic schedule of students from low-income families made them tired, therefore they stop learning for they don't have enough time to read and understand their modules. Some learners may study at a later time. Students from low-income families often need to spend their afternoons completing household chores. Azanov et al. 2020. 59% of students in Sierra Leone are responsible for chores now that they are out of school. BRAC 2020. In Bangladesh, students are now spending twice as much time performing chores and paid labor than when schools were open. Asadola 2020. In brief, there is no learning continuity during COVID-19 pandemic. let's consider the challenges faced by students from low and middle income families. Thank you.